Welcome. If you're driving, close your eyes. A comedy podcast about navigating the chaos of our life under our wet sun. I'm one of your hosts. I'm John Warren. With us today is Jordan Mallory.
Hi.
And knife collector Niki. Cutco Grayson.
That's so great. I'm so glad that you mentioned Cutco because I wanted to tell a story about when I thought I was going to be America's best knife salesperson. When they sent me a letter in the mail and they were like, we have a job opportunity for you. And I was like, fuck yes, I would love a job.
I didn't even know I sent a resume to Cutco.
Me neither. And then they were like, all you got to do is come to this weird unmarked office for an interview. And I said, this doesn't seem real. And then I called the number and they were like, you can come in right now. And I was like, that's not how job interviews usually work. So then I didn't do it. And then my mom got mad at me because I didn't get scammed by Cutco, which is crazy.
Yeah, but that
tracks 100%.
That tracks though.
But it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, those knives aren't even good.
Nope.
No. What?
So
they can cut a can, but who cares? No one's cutting cans.
Who gives a shit? I've never cut a can before in my life.
I'm not cutting a can.
I should put these away because I think it's a really bad fidget object.
Probably
is a sharp, never
knife.
Used knife.
A literally knife.
Yeah.
LB Hung Tears is on a hero's journey and has descended into hell.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're wishing the best for
wish
LB.
them luck.
As they navigate hell. You know.
Don't give up after the Act 2 downfall. That's just part of the process.
This is part of it.
Once you get to Asphodel, a thing that's going to be really helpful for you is that you're not going to want to step on the lava because the lava is going to take, I think the tick damage is like 2 or 3 damage per second. And that'll get you because you'll start to boost around and you'll be like, oh, I'm gonna avoid the guys, but then you're standing on the lava.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. I hope you came into Asphodel with the glaive of Randy.
Healing. Randy's glaive, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Randy's glaive, because the thing about Randy's glaive is...
If you missed that, it might be a problem.
Because Randy's glaive freezes your feet. And that gives you plus 6 D8, which protects you from the environmental statuses of Asphodel.
And don't forget the gun. The gun's
that's
helpful.
gonna be crucial.
The gun's pretty helpful.
Gun just shoots that big snake at the end.
It does shoot the big snake at the end. It does shoot the big snake at the end. To quickly, I'll say there's a video game out called Another Crab's Treasure, and
I can't get away from that thing. Every stream on Twitch is
everywhere.
Yeah.
But the thing that I didn't see reviews talking about is that one of the accessibility options is it just gives you a giant gun.
Really?
Yeah. And you can shoot everything in one hit with it.
That rules.
And I want to replay Elden Ring with a gun. That's what I want to do.
I wonder what the world of Elden Ring mods is like right now. I'm gonna go look.
Yeah, hop on the Vortex and see what they got.
Probably some cool tit kind of stuff. Probably.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
That was what I was always saying about
any
Elden
game
that I wanted more of.
Yeah, and that's
specifically
that's why Niki has signed more Change.com petitions this week than ever before.
I love Change.org. Listen, I just think that like Godric the Grafted, he had a lot of stuff grafted onto him, but not a single breast.
Not a single
That's
titty.
so true.
So true.
So like what the fuck's the point?
What a misogynist.
They're taking that away from me.
Right.
Out of my pocket, out of my mouth. They're removing the breast. So like what's the point? I feel oppressed.
I don't come to your video game and slap the tits out of your mouth. I wanted to tell on Monday morning I woke up and I had a dream that made me laugh. Like, do you ever have a dream that makes you laugh when you wake up? It's very funny. It doesn't happen to me often, but do you know the film Super Troopers?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. The comedy troupe that made that is called Broken Lizard. I would not call myself a mega fan of Broken Lizard, but I dreamed that I went on vacation with them. All 5 of them. And and we went to a seaside town in Washington, and I had my car, and we drove around one day, and parts kept falling off my car. And one man in Broken Lizard knew what to do every single time my car would fall apart. But days into the trip, I realized I don't like vacationing with Broken Lizard. And Classic. So I go off on my own, and my car starts falling apart. So I call the house where we're all staying, and I go, "Hi, how's it going?" And I don't remember. It's in that moment that I realize I don't know anyone's real name in the group Broken Lizard at all. Great. Like me, myself, or the person in the dream. I don't know any of it. So I'm on the phone with someone, and I go, "I need to talk to one of you," and the other person's like, "Do you not know our names?" And I go, "I don't. I actually know your names better from the film Super Troopers." And then there's a beat, and I go, "Actually, I'm lying. I only know one name from the movie Super Troopers. So can you just give me the guy that has the romance arc in the movie Super Troopers?" And that's when I woke up, and I don't know
what happened to your car.
I don't know.
What's up with your car?
I don't know, but the idea that I was having a stress dream about not knowing the names of the people in Broken Lizard. I'm like, I should probably go get a CAT scan.
So when you texted the group and you said, let me read you I'll read the exact wording.
Okay.
Is that you said, "Remind me to tell you about my Broken Lizard vacation that I dreamed about." I didn't know that Broken Lizard was the name of the group. And so I was under the impression that you went on some sort of lizard vacation and it was broken.
No.
But this is much funnier.
Yeah.
Do you think that you could name the customer service specialist that most recently worked on your Toyota Sienna?
Yes.
Okay. Jordan, do you have a car?
I do. I drive a 2007 Toyota Corolla.
Do you know your mechanic's name?
Oh, I don't have one of those. It's a Toyota Corolla. Nothing ever goes wrong with it.
You're right. You literally just got to put gas in that baby.
Nothing goes wrong.
Change that oil. Change those filters.
I do know the name of my last guy.
Is it because you spoke to him so much?
Yeah, I spoke to him like 4 or 5 times a week for like 3 weeks. Yeah.
Sure. So that's different, I guess.
That's pretty different. Yeah. Now, the one before, no. In fact, when I started using this place, this guy was like, "I will be your tech from now on. So just ask for me and I'll take care of you."
Yeah.
Do I remember his name? No.
Of course not.
Even when I looked at a drop-down menu of the names there, did I recognize it? No. When I was up there last time, did I recognize the face of anybody there? No. The only one I remember is the really hot older lady that works there.
Sure.
That tracks. And that tracks. And you know what? She's mean to everyone I've ever seen.
That's what you want.
Which doesn't not appeal to me.
Sure.
But I don't know if I want that person working on
that energy in your car.
Right.
I think it should be illegal when you go to Sephora, which I'm sure the two of you are in every single day.
Yeah, I need my samples.
I've been in Sephora more often than you would think.
When you go in there,
I'm going to leave it at that, mysteriously.
That is mysterious. When you go in there, you sometimes they'll be like, did anyone help you?
Yeah.
And I think that question should be illegal.
I
don't think it should be allowed because
I think it's a social experiment. I don't think it's a real thing. I think someone at the local college is like, I'm collecting social data to see if people if let's say there's like one black person working in a Sephora and they help you and you don't remember their name and then you go up and you're desperately looking for a thing to point to. I've done this before. I'm just like, oh, and I can't find them over the things, and I'm just like, and then they just start naming names, and I go, sure, yep.
Sure.
I've done that before.
My response is always, I don't remember.
Okay. I don't remember if someone helped you, or I don't remember their names.
I don't remember if somebody helped me.
Okay.
Because it creates a little bit of a fiction where I don't remember things that happened to me moments ago.
You just hand them the note and you go, I have memento disease. I don't remember anything that happened more than 30 seconds ago, but I appeared in front of you with this makeup and I'm ready to check out.
This Polaroid tells me to not trust you.
I'm going to trust the Polaroid.
I've tattooed the name of someone on my chest, but I don't. You just lift down your shirt? Does Jesse work here?
It says right here. It says dream right here on my chest. Does that mean anything to you,
Mr. Rhodes? You've been in here 55 times this week.
Can we talk about how like shit awful the memento guy is at leaving himself information?
Oh, he's awful. He's awful. I mean, he just most of it's just remember this guy, and I'm like, well, that doesn't
any more information would
that
be
doesn't
helpful.
Jog anybody's memory.
Yeah,
the guy on Reddit that was getting carbon monoxide poisoned and thought that he was being his house broke. You remember this?
No.
Jordan, do you remember this?
No.
There was a guy on Reddit.
This.
Like I want to say maybe a decade ago. It's been a while. Probably wasn't 10 years ago.
If it was a decade ago, I probably didn't pay attention to Reddit. So yeah.
But this guy, he posted on Reddit and he was like, I think my landlord is fucking with me. And because he would like go through his house and there would be like Post-it notes about stuff in the house that only a person who was in the house would know about. And then there was one or two people in the comments that was like, from the rest of the things that you're talking about, it sounds like you actually are experiencing carbon monoxide poisoning and you are falling asleep and forgetting that this thing is happening to you. So you're trying to leave yourself notes in order to get you to remember. And then like a couple of days later, the person posted again and was like, y'all were right. I was getting carbon monoxide poisoned. He saved my life. I could have died in this house. Because he was leaving himself memento style notes to try to save himself.
Was one of them to ask a landlord if the battery of the carbon monoxide detector that they're legally obligated to have in the apartment is working?
That was what I was thinking about today, though. I have no idea where any of the fire alarms or carbon monoxide alarms are.
You should ask.
Yeah, you got to find that out.
You should ask. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but we lived in this new house for longer than I'd like to admit without actually making sure that stuff worked, which is crazy. Most of it didn't. So we had to like replace a lot of it. So it's like, all right, well, that was everyone check your batteries.
Yeah. Check your batteries.
Could do it right now.
That should be I was gonna say maybe that could be a gimmick for gimmick month.
Oh, check your batteries.
Just do it right now.
Oh, or carbon monoxide poisoning week.
Yeah.
Where we just kind of slow grip it.
It's the same episode every week for a month.
That would be sick.
If you're driving, park your car inside and don't turn it off.
Oh, God.
Like they did to that guy on House of Cards, the bald guy.
The bald guy, yeah, they knocked him out.
Did they do that, or did they shoot him in the back of the head?
No. They like chloroformed him.
And then made him kill himself in his car.
Yeah, and then made him do that. Yeah.
That show was bad.
It was bad. It was bad. It was just a bad vibe.
Yeah.
It was just a bad vibe. Anyway.
I never saw it.
I like barbecue. I go to the same barbecue place by my house.
I love Georgia. Knock.
Who's there? Come on. Who's there? Damn it. Who's there?
Rooney Mara. Or was it Kate?
Mara. It was Kate, but Rooney Mara who?
Kate Mara.
Kate Mara who?
Train tracks.
The Aristocrats. That's a stupid show. Yeah, that's how
that show was so dumb. Kevin Spacey's character pushes a woman onto the train tracks at in the middle of the day.
Yep.
In DC, and she gets hit by the train, and nothing happens. There's
happens.
no repercussions for him murdering this woman.
I mean, that happens. That's happened.
It has happened. It has happened.
Dick Cheney shot that guy in the chest with a shotgun.
That was different, though.
Was it?
He didn't die.
He didn't die.
Did that guy not die?
No, he didn't die. If he had died, If he had died, it would have been wrong. If he had died, it would have been a problem. I think.
If it was real bullets, I think it was because it was bird bullets.
It was bird shot. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it could still kill you.
Gonna fuck you
still
up.
Can kill you.
Yeah.
Not me though.
Not you.
If Dick Cheney, if Dick Cheney shot me, I would have died.
I think so too.
Like I would have like worked myself into.
Is there anyone who could shoot you that you would? I don't know. I don't know what this means, but is there anyone who could shoot you that you don't think you'd die from?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people.
All right. Like name someone that could shoot you and you wouldn't die.
Like Elon Musk, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Like I just like the
power.
Just
because like it. Like so your will to survive that would be better. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna if I'm going down, it's not gonna be because of him. You know,
I thought you were suggesting that whatever gun he's shooting would end up just running over a baby instead of actually shooting you.
No, that's probably true.
Okay.
The gun is on autopilot or something.
Yeah. We use the tunnel system for the barrel of these guns.
Mm-hmm.
Just gets jammed and explodes out the side.
I got an update for y'all on the state of Elden Ring mods.
Okay. Good.
Oh yeah, please.
All right, so dropping some JPEGs in here.
Are there any mods that make this character's skin colors lighter?
Okay. So
interesting. Now what's this?
So is this Tifa's dress?
Yes,
from
it
Final
is,
Fantasy?
John.
I nailed it. All right.
Now, I have a critical question? Does the dress come with the breasts?
I think
if you take the dress off, do the breasts go away? Are they attached?
I think that it's like a base level body replacer mod.
Yeah.
And then you get outfit items that are made for that body replacement.
Can I just say something? If I were goth and had huge tits, I would look like this model.
Well, you can do that
because the torso of this model is so truncated.
Sure.
And it's very much like mine. All right. One of the the two-headed guys from that school, or three-headed guys from that school with a cool leather dick sling. That's cool.
Do you think Jordan's linked another? Oh, interesting. So they've got the dildo from Saints Row 3.
Dildo from Saints Row.
Mm-hmm.
Got some Sailor Moon going.
Yep.
That is just Sailor Moon.
That's Sailor Mercury.
They're all the same to me.
That's what?
They don't mean anything to me. Here are the characters on Sailor Moon.
We promised ourselves not to let our Patreon crash even further. You can't. We just lost 30 people.
Here are all of the characters on Sailor Moon to me. Are you ready?
Yeah. Go
Sailor
ahead.
Moon.
You got it.
Tuxedo Mask.
Uh-huh.
I think they probably have a cat.
Yeah.
There's multiple cats.
Multiple, but yeah.
So I'm not wrong, and that's it. They got 3 guys on that show. There's 5 Sailor Moons, the cat, and the guy in the fucking hat. And that's Sailor Moon to me. I don't think I've ever seen an episode of that program.
Name the other sailors.
It's the planets, right? It's Mercury, Venus, Mars,
Jupiter.
No, John. No. Don't help Nikki. I want to see if Nikki can name all the planets.
That's a great point, Jordan.
I can name all the planets.
Oh, can you?
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Jupiter, Saturn. Jupiter. No one's quite sure which order those two are in.
Mm-hmm.
Uranus, and then Pluto sometimes, depending on what day it is, because it doesn't really seem like they don't know the deal is on that.
How many
one.
is that, Nikki?
8 or 7, depending on whether or not Pluto is happy that day.
Nope.
You missed one.
What did I miss? Who did I miss?
You missed Neptune.
That's the blue one.
Yeah, famously the blue one. There isn't another planet in the solar system that we don't normally refer to as the big blue planet.
No, because Neptune doesn't have anything else on it. It's just blue.
It's just gas.
There's no ground on Neptune, right? There's gas all the way through.
There's no ground on Jupiter, Saturn, or Neptune, I believe.
Okay, that's crazy. So there's definitely no guys down there.
I mean, maybe they just don't
fly
ground
all the time.
2001 Space Odyssey posits that there's something on Jupiter.
Bad movie. Did you know that they're making a new Planet of the Apes?
Yes. Why do they keep doing that? Is it some kind of like
I guess they make $1 bajillion. I think they just make a stupid amount of money.
There's no way.
They're well liked. They're well liked. Like they're people who are big into like genre sci-fi who are into the new ones. I saw one of them and didn't like it. So
okay, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes made $208 million.
That's crazy. Okay.
Planet of the Apes made $180 million. That was in 2001.
What could possibly happen in those movies that's interesting?
But that's not but that's not in the new continuity.
No, the new one is. I can't believe they're like the planet. The names are like this. In this current iteration, it is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, War for the Planet of the Apes, and then the new one is The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
The Kingdom of the Planet
of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah.
These could all be Tomb Raider.
That's a Disney movie.
Titles.
These could
be be.
I said they could all be Tomb Raider.
100%.
Like just replace Planet of the Apes with the Tomb Raider.
Kingdom of the Tomb Raider.
Of the Planet of the Apes.
Kingdom of the Tomb Raider of the Planet of
the Apes. Yeah. Dawn of the Kingdom of the Tomb Raider of the Planet of the Kingdom of the Apes.
There you go.
Oi, I got my 2 guns and the monkeys are chasing me.
Oi, it's me. I'm in the Hollow Earth.
You do have to shoot a lot of monkeys in Tomb Raider.
You do have to shoot
the old ones at least.
Maybe she is on the Planet of the Apes.
That would explain a lot.
Jordan, that's such a good point. Can you imagine if the new Tomb Raiders were just like shoot these photorealistic monkeys over and over and over again?
It would be great.
You're just in a cave, just like John wooing these monkeys in the corner.
Maybe instead of like falling on those big spikes like she does in Tomb Raider 2013, she falls on just big piles of monkeys instead.
Big monkey piles, yeah. Yeah.
We were Ann and I were watching this documentary about them making the show Our Planet on Netflix, which is like, because every time we watch one of those nature documentaries and it's like, wow, they captured the moment a dolphin jumped out of the water with the sunset in the background and caught a kelp in midair and ate it and then winked at the camera. It's like, wow, how'd they do that? And the answer, may not surprise you, is that these people sit in fucking silence for like 2 weeks at a time.
Yes. Yep.
And they build like a hut or something and they just kind of fucking sit there, or they build a million different camera rigs that just like go every day and check. Oh, we get a dolphin? Oh, nope, just a bunch of pictures of wind. And then it's like
pictures of wind.
And that's then the new Ghibli film.
His final film, the 8th time you've said that.
Yeah.
Pictures of the Wind. And I don't know. It's just like, and then Anne just offhandedly was like, I hope they get paid well. And I was like, I don't know if they do. I don't know if they don't. No. I don't know if they do.
I don't think they do. I think that nature documentary film people, and I wish Helby was on the call because they would probably have better
They'd probably have better.
That's how all this stuff works. My guess is that they are a specific type of filmmaking pervert who seeks out that kind of work.
Yeah,
because they like nature and the hunt of getting that perfect shot. At least I would hope so.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's probably a lot of people doing that job who also just need the work and it's a job.
Yeah.
How many of those people do you think are allowed? Like, do you think you graduate from Our Planet to being able to film the stuff that happens on the Planet of the Apes?
So you have to start. It's a tiered alien planet filmmaking system, right? So like you have to prove yourself by filming normal stuff on Earth, and then you
before they put you on this spaceship.
Yeah. Then you get a permit to
before they take you to
Earth
Monkey
to go to Monkey. That's what people are always talking about. Return to Monkey, right? They're talking about going back to
the Planet of the Apes.
Going back to the Planet of the Apes to make $250 million and film a horse race or something. Whatever happens in those movies.
I've created a quiz. It's called Which Ape Came First?
Okay.
And I'm going to give you. You're going to need a pen and paper for this, or open up a notes document.
All right, a notes document.
What you are going to have to do is order the motion pictures in the Planet of the Apes series.
Okay.
Are you ready? There are 9 of them.
I woke up 15 minutes before we started recording.
That means that your mind is primed and ready.
Your mind is on monkey level, so it might work.
Okay. I'm going to list them to you in a random order, and then you must give them back to me in an order.
Okay.
I will give you the first release date and the most recent release date.
Okay.
The first release date is February 8th, 1968, and the most recent release date is July 14th, 2017.
Okay.
This does not include. Yes,
so this does not include the new one.
This does not include the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay, I didn't realize it had been that long. I thought they had kept making
70.
These movies.
Has it really not? Has it really been 7 years?
Yes, that's what according to Box Office Mojo by IMDb Pro.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Battle for the Planet of the Apes. Escape from the Planet of the Apes. Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Escape from the Planet of the Apes. Beneath the Planet of the Apes?
Correct. You only really need to be writing down the first word, because all of them are of the Planet of the Apes.
No. Okay, all right. Them all.
Okay, for sure. Which ones did I give you?
I will put the Planet of the Apes in my clipboard, though.
Yeah, for sure. That's
Battle, Escape, Beneath.
Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes. War for the Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
That's all of them?
That's all of them. You should have 9. 2 of which are Planet of the Apes.
3, 4, 5, 6,
so
7,
1
8, 9.
is Planet of the Apes.
Well, wait, hold on.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's okay. I just thought, we could build up a little suspense.
Yeah, for sure.
And give our answers right after this.
Wow.
Hey, welcome to the ad break. Today's show is brought to you by none other than the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Wow.
Join us this year. The summer blockbuster would not be the same without Planet of the Apes. Go get your Planet of the Apes big ape popcorn bucket right now. That's right. It is a chest of a monkey that you reach into. It still looks
like you should put your dick in it.
Yeah. And you just pull out the popcorn, and every single time you reach in, it goes, oh, ah, really loud.
Because it hurts.
So it's going to fit in the monkey real well to your
the monkey chest.
Yeah, to your Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes showing. It'll be great. There is a new popcorn flavor at your local AMC to celebrate. It's called Monkey Surprise, and you just ask for it by name at the counter and supersize it for an extra $17.50, and we will give you an extra Welch's fruit snacks.
But not the full size pack, like the pack that you get from Costco.
Yeah,
to give your kid to shut them up in the back of the car.
That's it. We have 2 associate producers for our Patreon. It's Eric from Cleveland and Keith from California. Thank you both so much for your continued patronage. We'll be back at the end of the show to tell you what else you get with your money that goes straight to our Patreon. For if you're driving, close your eyes. Niki was trying to do the salute, but forgot how it worked.
That's all right. The microphone.
Yep. We definitely appreciate our associate producers. Now it's time to get back to the show.
Okay. So have you ordered them?
No.
Oh
no, I was doing the ad break.
Yeah. I also. Let me just.
Well, I mean, while y'all order them, what I will do is I will pick one at random for the audience, and I'll pick some at random, and without listing the title of the motion picture, I'll just read the log line.
Okay.
And then y'all can order them, and then that'll be content for the listener. 10 years after a worldwide series of ape revolutions and a brutal nuclear war among humans, Caesar must protect survivors of both species from an insidious human cult and a militant ape faction alike.
Okay.
The world is shocked by the appearance of 3 talking chimpanzees who arrive mysteriously in a U.S. spacecraft. They become the toast of society, but one man believes them to be a threat to the human race.
What a stupid fucking movie. That sounds dumb as hell. 3 monkeys show up and everybody loves them?
Yeah.
An astronaut crew crash lands on a planet where highly intelligent non-human ape species are dominant and humans are enslaved.
We would have real quick. We would have killed those monkeys so fast.
Instantly.
And the ones that came to us in the spaceship, we would have killed them instantly.
Yeah.
No funeral.
No funeral.
The ship wouldn't even have landed. It would have gotten
we would have gotten shot down.
It would have gotten Star Wars missile systemed.
100%.
A substance designed to help the brain repair itself gives advanced intelligence to a chimpanzee who leads an ape uprising.
I can tell you which of these belong to them.
Okay.
That's Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
That is correct, Sean. However, that does give you 0 points. Have you ranked and ordered them yet?
I think I know the ranking.
Okay. Jordan, have you ranked and or ordered them yet?
My second list is 1 entry shorter than my first list, and I'm trying to figure out which one is represented.
And famously, Jordan has word blindness for battle, escape, beneath, conquest, and war. So it's kind of hard to reconcile this.
Okay, I've got it.
Okay, I would like them in order of oldest to newest, please.
Yeah, that's how I've done it.
Sure. Okay, Jordan, please go first.
All right, Planet of the Apes. Are you gonna tell me each one, or just wait until?
No, sorry, go until the end, because then
until the end. Because otherwise, John would know and be able to reorder and cheat. Right.
Yes.
Known cheater. I've got a beard hair in my mouth. Hold on.
Yummy.
Yum.
Gross. All right. Planet of the Apes. Battle for the Planet of the Apes. Escape from the Planet of the Apes. Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. War for the Planet of the Apes. Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
So you think
and now,
just as
apes looks like it should be pronounced Apis.
Apis.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apis.
And I just want to be very clear. You think that the newest one is called Dawn of the Planet of the Apes?
That's what Jordan says.
Yep. I think that's just as likely as anything else, even though we said it 10 minutes ago.
Okay. John?
Planet of the Apes. Battle for the Planet of the Apes. Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Escape from the Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. War for the Planet of the Apes. And I agree with Jordo that the newest one is called Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
John, you were so close. You were really close.
Okay.
Neither of you got it, if you can believe it. The oldest one, released on February 8th, 1968, is called Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
The sequel 2 years later, Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Beneath was the second one. I thought it was later on.
Like Beneath feels like a perverted 4th or 5th version of the thing.
Yes.
No, Beneath is the one where they find the ape enclave that worships the nuclear bomb, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
That is that one.
The only reason I've never seen that movie, the only reason I know about it is because they do an extended bit about riffing on it in Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Jordan and I are probably on the same page. We both know so much more about Planet of the Apes from skits on Mystery Science Theater than anything that we've actually seen of the series. Anyway.
No, I saw the first movie like 25 years ago, and that's it.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Everything else I got through osmosis through Bobo. Professor Bobo.
Yeah.
Planet of, Beneath the, Escape from.
Wow.
In 1971.
Okay, I was right that Escape was the third one.
Yeah.
Yes. Conquest of was 1972.
Okay.
And
Battle for was 1973.
Okay.
On July 27th, 2001, they said, we got to get back to the planet.
We got to get Marky Mark back to the planet.
Marky's got to get back to the planet. So they released Planet of the Apes. 10 years later, they released Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Then 3 years after that, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, Dawn was second. Shit.
Dawn was second. War for the Planet of the Apes. And then in the future, as you know, the sponsor of this episode, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which releases on May 8th, 2024.
Right. Kingdom
of the Planet of the Apes.
That wasn't on
this list.
That was not on your list.
Oh, okay.
But that is the name of the new one which sponsored this episode.
Yeah.
Right.
I will say,
all right, fun game, Niki.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, fun one.
I'm going to close this notes document now and forget this ever happened.
Yeah, for sure. That's valid.
You know what's going to be really funny is that I have a Notepad++ document that has 100 different tabs open. and every like few weeks I go through and I close some of these tabs. I'm not going to remember this in like the 2 weeks after this. I'm like, why did I write all this shit down?
That's really funny. Hey, I got some JPEGs.
Oh, okay.
Show y'all, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I've been stocking up on unusual things that happen to me in my everyday real life.
Great.
Oh, good. I love that.
In case I needed them. I went to the grocery store the other day and I saw this.
Oh, so this is a Nissan Rogue.
Oh,
okay.
With it's a roof rack. What's got some oh, thank you so much that you've got a pushed in image that's huge.
Yes, I definitely took a zoomed in image.
It's got 4 stuffed rabbits that are surrounding a brown baby doll in a car seat, which has a fist out, like it's looking for a fist bump.
Now, crucially, this is not a car seat. This is like a kitchen high chair.
It's a kitchen high chair. Okay. So it's on that, but it's got a seat. Oh, I guess, yeah, so the baby doesn't fall out.
Baby's got a flat top.
The baby does have a flat top. Behind the baby is a horse, like a fantasy horse. Upon that fantasy horse's back is a different baby that is looking to the sky. Coiffed wig looking to the sky. Behind that in the chariot, being pulled by the horse, is Minnie Mouse.
This was just at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Like not like pulled up front or like advertising anything. There were no markings anywhere else on the car. No URL. Like if LB had seen this car, it would definitely have a website on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Nothing like that. It was just like this. Just parked at HEB waiting.
The best part about it is that you can't really tell from the first image, but the second image really brings into relief that it is truly just a piece of wood.
It's a piece of wood
that they have attached to this roof rack on top of this Nissan Rogue.
Yeah. And also, whether or not it's also not clear just when you're walking by it at 9:30 at night or whatever it was, that's not a baby.
Right. Yeah.
Not a human baby.
Yeah, you never, in my opinion, want to give a stranger an idea that you've left a baby on the
illusion of a second baby.
No, and I think that was going to be my follow-up question. I just wanted y'all's reaction to what is this? What is the purpose here? Is this art? Are they like a
Yeah, I think it's art.
You think it's art? I thought maybe this is some like local childcare provider of some kind.
Who
carpools.
Such an impression of what's in store for your child. We strap this puppy to the roof.
Yeah,
just like Mitt Romney.
I don't know. I want just.
Remember that? What a fun 2012 joke.
We were so young back then. Remember Binders Full of Women?
Remember Binders Full of Women?
Damn. Yeah, Jordan, I don't know.
So far to fall and we didn't know.
I think you're right that like if you had said this is promoting some sort of business, I'd be like, sure.
Yeah.
But if it is a childcare business, it's not what you want.
No, it's not what you want to project. But there was no phone number or website or anything on the car. And
I think it's just art.
I want to know what this person's deal is.
Driving this car on the highway must be a fucking nightmare.
It's got to be like,
it's got
how
a
does
piece
it
of
function?
wood. Like it's just got a big piece of wood. What's going to create lift underneath it?
Yeah.
There's no way this is legal on the highway.
No,
like
hyper illegal.
No way.
Can you imagine you pull onto the highway and then this is in front of you?
No.
I would be so scared, dude.
I'm scared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That baby's going to whip off and crash through my windshield.
Final Destination style.
Yeah. Well, now that we've solved that mystery, take a look at this, which I saw a couple days later.
Okay.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Great. Now, this is an advertisement for a business. It's for lipstick bail bonds. Kiss jail goodbye, says lipstick bail bonds. That fucking rules.
Yeah.
It also says feet in the upper left-hand corner.
Where?
Where?
On the side. Yeah. It does.
Nikki, I'm so glad you saw that.
Which is the drive-through height bar, but it just does say does say feet.
Yeah,
this is very funny.
This is an unmarked, a simultaneously highly marked and unmarked car. In front of me in the McDonald's drive-through.
It's a Chevy Traverse.
Is that what that is? Okay,
yes.
Thank you. It's a Chevy Traverse. It doesn't have any. They took the badges off, so you can't really see.
It's sick that I know that that's what the car is.
Yeah. It's a Barbie, really saturated pink. It's got kissy lips on it, and it says "Lipstick Texas Bail Bonds." Kiss jail goodbye in quotes at the bottom. And but yeah, I'm really glad, Nikki, that you noticed that, because when I got extremely high and looked at this picture later that evening, I saw that it just said feet and laughed for probably 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey, how do you think they came up with the numbers on that license plate?
I
think it might be random.
But okay. I get it.
That's gonna be a fun joke for no one.
For the listener, the license plate starts with RNG, and so John's making a cute little video game joke. I like it.
That went over terribly with y'all.
No, I think I think if I wasn't so tired, because I was.
No, I got it.
Nikki got it immediately and just was like rejecting of it.
I didn't get it. I thought it was like, is this a vanity plate that I'm not parsing?
It is with deep regret and maybe pride.
Yeah.
That I must admit that this is not a Chevy Traverse.
Oh,
wow. I'm looking at images of the backs of late model Chevy Traverses, and the rear tail lights are different. What car is it? And now that's going to be the rest of my podcast. So,
all right. Well, Nikki, while you work on that, John can help me.
Yeah, I want to see more.
Solve another mystery. So I moved into this apartment a couple months ago. It's weird, but I like it a lot.
Okay.
And there's a little it's like city easement behind it. Do you know what an easement is?
No. What is that?
So an easement is like an alleyway owned by the city between two residential blocks. Or I guess it doesn't have to be residential, but it's basically a tract of land between plots owned by the city that is used for maintenance and
like you put trucks and stuff there.
No, I mean like it's like, okay, there's a bunch of like telephone poles in a row, right? And so the city has to own the land that the telephone poles are on, because they can't like just be like climbing into people's backyards and shit to work on them. So there's like a little like 8 foot wide, maybe wider than that, 12 foot wide.
No man's land.
Yeah, between backyards that is owned by the city.
Got it.
And it's a completely overgrown mess. They obviously haven't been back there. Like every few days there's tire tracks, like somebody had to drive through there for something, but like it's totally overgrown and full, and like definitely full of snakes and tarantulas and anything else you can think of. Yeah, my landlady does a good job of keeping our yard fine.
Yeah,
but that thing is like literally up against one of the walls of the house. Anyway, none of that is important. What's important is that normally it's just an overgrown mess. It's definitely full of snakes. Today, I look out my kitchen window and I see this.
Huh.
Oh.
Okay, so this is a picture of
oh no
of an abandoned motor vehicle.
Perhaps
or a dead transformer that has been ritualistically covered in a body bag by Optimus Prime or Bumblebee or one of those guys. And it's in the easement. And how did it get there?
Well, the easement. So the way that the easement is basically an alley that goes from one cross street to the next cross street.
Mm-hmm.
So like this super overgrown alley between houses goes on. There's an entrance and an exit way off camera in both directions.
So is there a chance that it was driven or towed to this location, dropped off, covered up, or it was pre-covered and then left there?
It would have had. That's the only way that I can think of is that sometime between last night and this morning. Sometime between last night and 3:45 this afternoon, they had to tow this thing into the easement, unclear which direction it came in from, and either wrap it in the tarp there and leave it, or it was already wrapped in the tarp and leave it and left. And just to be clear, like this thing is the size of like the fucking Batman Begins tumbler.
Yeah, tumbler. Yeah,
like it's huge.
Yeah,
and it's immediately behind my neighbor's backyard. And like, can you imagine?
Y'all's truck.
Do what?
I think that's y'all's truck now. I think it's like a community truck.
Maybe it's a community truck. Oh, and it's wrapped because it's a present.
Because it's a present.
Batman decided to start killing and left Ra's al Ghul in the tumbler and just parked it there.
Yeah. But like if imagine that you have a backyard and you just wake up one morning and there's this thing behind it.
Yeah, we'd be really pissed.
They just fucking left it. But like, and I thought like, maybe they're finally back here maybe they finally like cleaned some of this shit up this morning, and I just slept through it, and they put all the stuff on this trailer because they're not done yet, right? So they're just gonna leave it here and then come back later,
right?
Like they do with like road work stuff, you know, like they just leave all the equipment there overnight and then come back the next day to keep working on it. But I really closely examined the easement behind my house, and it is exactly the same super overgrown mess that it was yesterday. So
maybe we've made a mistake by assuming that it was dragged here.
Okay.
Perhaps it was airdropped.
Okay.
From the sky.
Operation Dumbo dropped dead transformer. Okay.
Because Optimus Prime took such a fat L.
Right.
Big L.
And he had to pick up his dead friend, Robotnik.
Yeah, Robotnik. Yep.
Rogue Robotnik is Optimus Prime's second in command.
and then he put him down in the easement and then covered him up in a body bag because he's dead.
Right.
Who do you call about this?
I don't know.
I mean, if the city owns it, I would call the city and be like, hey,
hello,
someone
the
parked
city?
This.
Can you help me with this giant fuck off thing behind my apartment?
I mean, the city has a number. I don't know who you would talk to.
For us, it's just 311 and it gets you to the city.
I mean, it's
for stuff like this.
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess I would try to get in touch with them and be like, hey, someone put a big, ugly, tarped vehicle or something.
No, you can't say that. You have to say a dead transformer was dropped off in my easement.
But it's not mine, though. It's the thing, right? Like that's
our easement.
Your easement. Yeah. And like I've only ever seen city vehicles. Actually, I don't know if I've ever actually seen a vehicle back there. I can only remember having seen like tire tracks and stuff. And when my internet got installed, the internet guy had to go back there.
Yeah, with a gun, I assume, for the snakes and the tarantulas.
Yeah. I have that poor guy. I haven't seen any
internet guys are the strongest people in America. By the way, when the internet guy came to my house, he was like, yeah, I went around the block to try to get in, but there was a scary dog. So then I turned around and I came back. And then like later that day, he was like, I've steeled up the courage. I'm just going to climb up over this building and then walk my way across the big fence to install your fiber line. And I was like, AT&T does not pay you enough for this.
Yeah, man.
No,
they absolutely do not pay you enough, but he did it. And now I've got fat pipes.
I love the idea that he's like, okay, this dog might attack me and hurt me, but I'm definitely not going to fall off of this thing.
Yeah, I know. Crazy.
Well, if you call the city and say, hey, there's a dead transformer in the back that's tarped up, just try to listen to see if someone else picks up.
Yes,
you know,
that's huge.
If you hear a pause and they go, oh, that's very interesting. And you hear another click, click. And you hang up as fast as you can.
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat that again?
Yeah, Bumblebee the Transformer is dead in my backyard in the easement. Oh, I would hang up fast.
What do you think to get a third party to jump into the phone call, the easiest thing to say would be?
Oh, well, I mean,
there's the obvious answers.
The real answer,
there's an obvious answer.
The real answer is there's a brown person in a vest outside. Like that's the easiest way.
And he's shouting about Transformers.
Yep. That's the easiest way. But like a fun way.
He says, I don't actually think Peter Moore is that good of an Optimus Prime, which is crazy.
Right. Well, after today's news, you could just say there's a bike chain in the backyard, and Jordan. Oh yeah, Jordan just woke up.
I haven't looked at anything.
They're like cops that are complaining about the college riots, and they're going like only professionals buy these
they're not
chains.
Riots.
Right, you know what I mean. They're protests. They should be riots. If they were riots, it would be fine, in my opinion. That's why I say that. But they're using like bike chains to like chain stuff closed, you know, like to keep people out, which is smart. But the cops on the shows are all just like they're acting like that everyone goes to these crime stores to do crime. And it's like this cop today was like only professionals have chains like this, and like a million people are like, I literally use this to chain up my bike. You literally use this to chain up my gate. Anyway, so you could just put a pile of chains out there and say you're about to go to your local college and chain it up, and then they'll clean it right up.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
that's a great. I've got 40 pro-Palestine students in a.
That'll
clean that baby right up.
So
they built some kind of tarp structure in the easement.
They built some kind of transformer in the easement.
They built the pro-Palestinian demonstrators have killed Bumblebee and placed him in the easement behind my apartment.
Okay, well, presumably you still want your easement and backyard to be there. So I don't know if I would go. I don't know if I would go that hard.
Yeah, I don't want them to. I don't want to blame the death of American icon.
No,
Bumblebee.
No,
Bumblebee.
It's so sad what happened to Bumblebee.
Yeah, John Cena killed him.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, Bumblebee hasn't been the same since he wasn't a VW bug anymore.
That's true.
You know,
why did they do that? Why?
Because GM gave them money.
Well, no, Volkswagen said he can't be a bug. They went to Volkswagen.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they went to Volkswagen to get the license again, and they were like, "No, we don't want to be associated with any sort of war machine."
Probably on account of where they came from.
Yeah, probably on account of their
own history,
their own kind of history.
That tracks. Listen, and they fucked up, and now he's a Camaro.
Yeah. Well, and the way that Transformers happened, right, is that like none of those designs were originally supposed to be together. Do y'all know about this? How Transformers happened?
I cannot wait to hear though.
So I was very briefly on a Transformers podcast several years ago called Till All Are Watched. Shout outs to Kyle and Abby, my co-hosts over there.
Is that what Optimus Prime says before he dies?
He says till all are one and then dies.
Oh,
and so it's kind of a joke.
It's kind of a misnomer. His actual last line was fuck.
Why was I programmed to feel pain? I'm a robot.
I didn't know your dick hurt this bad before you died. And that's his actual.
I've got a robot dick. I'm Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his
so the way.
one.
So the way Transformers happened, real briefly, is in Japan, transforming toys were a huge craze.
Right.
And they were not part of a series. There was no television show. There was no like broader amalgamating thing. It was just like these types of toys are very popular. And so tons of different manufacturers made toys that transformed from one thing into another thing. A lot of them were cars. A lot of them were planes. And there were other ones that weren't cars or planes. For instance, one robot turned into a large gun. And and so I don't remember which company it was in America that had the bright idea of like, hey, all these toys already exist. They're already being manufactured. Let's cobble them all together. Let's build a cartoon that showcases them as, heroes or whatever. And then since the toys already exist and are being manufactured, we'll just repackage them in America as Optimus Prime and Megatron and whatever, and then sell them. And so that's why the animation on the show is so bad. And we quit doing the podcast because every episode was the same and we got bored. And actually, it turns out Transformers really blows and watching it sucks. But I did learn a lot of really interesting history about Transformers because of it. And so the way Bumblebee happened, as is my understanding at least, fact check this on your own, WAPO. Give me some Pinocchios. You won't. Is that the Bumblebee license had already, or the Volkswagen license had already been licensed to whatever Japanese toy company was making the toy that eventually became Bumblebee. Right. And the American production licensed the toy from those people. Right. And so it sort of daisy chained Volkswagen into being a robot that did battle with people. And so when it came time to make the new ones, they had to go back to Volkswagen directly, and Volkswagen said no. And so that's why they made that's why they made Bumblebee a Camaro, because the American automotive industry has no problems with weapons of war.
Also, that was like right after the or right before, in the middle of the automotive bailout. So
they really needed the people.
They got so much money from the government because those movies are just war movies. That as part of that, they were like, what if you bought a car from General Motors? Have you ever heard of it?
Motors.
Can I read you some words on the Wikipedia page for Transformers?
Yeah, you can.
Ironhide and Ratchet are functionally identical to each other. Cliffjumper, Bumblebee, Hubcap, and Bumblejumper, aka Bumper, are all functionally identical to one another. Prowl, Blue Streak, and Smokescreen are all functionally identical to one another. Trailbreaker and Hoist are all functionally identical to one another. Grapple and Inferno are all functionally identical to one another. Rumble and Frenzy are all functionally identical to one another. Laserbeak and Buzzsaw are all functionally identical to each other. Sideswipe and Red Alert are all functionally identical to one another. Optimus Prime's and Ultra Magnus's cab section are functionally identical to one another. Pipes and Huffer are functionally identical to one another. Finally, Thundercracker, Starscream, and Sky Warp are all functionally identical to one another.
Yep.
So that's a lot of functionally identical.
They're just the same toy with different colored parts.
I would have maybe not formatted the website this way.
Right.
If I were editing the Wikipedia page.
Is there one of those big banners at the top that's like, this
one's bad.
Yeah, this one's bad.
This one needs help.
Jimmy Wales doesn't like this one.
Yeah, it's like everything on here is probably fake. Circa 2004 or something. And like no one has ever touched it.
It says parts of this article need to be updated. The reason is goes up to 2011, not contemporary legacy. Please help update this article to reflect recent events or newly available information.
Newly available information in the world of Transformers.
In the world of Transformers.
But
this was
doing that show
August of 2023.
2023. Wow. So yeah, there's tons of these. People are willing. Everybody on Wikipedia is willing to point out a problem, but nobody's willing to solve it. You know?
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
It's a circle of life.
Make you think. But that's how I found out that one of the original Transformers is a Robotech. He's a Macross.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Let me look up which one it is.
Okay. I watched a lot of Beast Wars. That's the most I ever really engaged.
Beast Wars was all right.
Yeah.
Is that the one where they're monkeys for some reason?
Yeah, they're jungle animals.
Jetfire.
Yeah. Was Macross?
You watched this one, John? Let me just put this in here. This is the one that you watched?
If you're about to show, yeah.
Yeah, Beast
and
Wars
this is what
great.
It looked like, and it was on television.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was
and
great.
It looked like this.
Yeah, it was like it was like a degree more sophisticated than Reboot, and I thought it was like the coolest shit ever. Yeah.
Yeah. I also watched Reboot religiously. It was incredible.
Reboot.
It was great.
I love Reboot.
You can watch the whole thing on YouTube.
I know.
Reboot or Beast Wars?
Beast Wars, probably also Reboot. This show must have cost $17 trillion to make.
What, Beast Wars? Yeah, I think at the time it was pretty pricey. Yeah.
Well, it was expensive, but also not on a Halo planet.
On a what planet?
They're on a planet from Halo.
Oh no. Yeah, look, it's I don't think. Oh yeah,
that's Halo. That's Halo 1.
That's just Blood Gulch.
Yeah, that's just Blood Gulch. You're right.
That's why none of the Transformers fucking look like each other. That's why they're all totally different.
Did you just ask? I don't think it looks good. I don't think today it looks good. It looked good when I was 11.
When did this come out?
This dinosaur is holding the record that's on front of the Voyager.
Yeah, okay. You know what, Niki? Yeah, no, actually, I think this looks good today. Never mind. Yes, Niki, this looks good today. If this show aired today, I would first of all, everyone would be watching this both sincerely and ironically that everyone would be watching this. And it's confused. It's completely right. Yeah, no, this would be great. I would love this.
They don't look robotic. Oh, I've watched them transform though, and now they're pretty robotic.
Yeah.
God, I forgot.
Do you know that guy? Do you know that guy's a
rat?
That's a senator.
Wait, who's the senator?
That's Senator Rat Trap.
Senator
Rat Trap.
Yeah,
from Borderlands.
Rat.
Yeah. Rat Trap from Borderlands. That's right. It's kind of fucked up that like the bad guys in this one, they're all like it's T-Rex, it's Spider, it's Wasp, it's like it's
scary
Scorpion.
Animals.
They're like all scary animals.
Yeah.
God, this gorilla is just a shame.
Optimus Prime is the monkey?
I don't think it's Optimus Prime.
He's Optimus Primal.
I know that from Fortnite.
Yeah.
Wait, Optimus Primal is in Fortnite?
He was in Fortnite last year, yes.
The robot monkey Optimus.
Yes.
Huh,
he was in Fortnite last year.
You can't be fucking sitting here saying this didn't look good. Niki, come on.
No, that's
this is a highly realistic image of a cheetah stuck to like one of the best looking spider webs I've ever seen. And the thing about this rig is that it has so many bones in it and there's like so much articulation and it really looks like the spider is oh my God.
Now describe the next one.
So this one, there's a different spider.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there is a spider. The first one didn't have a spider, but then the spider is going to eat the cheetah.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is so smooth.
Yeah.
It's so smooth. Texture maps didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
Or if they did, they were prohibitively expensive. And
they were already spending the gross GDP of 17 nations on this program.
Yeah.
So they couldn't spend any more money.
Yeah, they couldn't go any further.
Man, imagine what was the last thing you saw in movie that made you be like, damn, that looks crazy. Like, I wish I was older. I think I kind of wish I was older when like Toy Story 2 came out.
Mm-hmm.
Because it like all kind of looked the same to me. I was like, oh, it's fucking Buzz Woody.
I mean, we thought Toy Story looked crazy when it happened.
Yeah,
that shit was transformative.
I mean, like when I will say when Finding Nemo came out, I was like, this is crazy. Because it just felt like I was like, oh, I'm under the water. Now, has that aged particularly well?
I know.
But like at the time, I remember thinking it was really rad.
Yeah.
God, that's a great question though, Niki. Like, when was the last time?
I can't remember that really happening to me recently.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Like I thought Halo 4 looked really good. Like the cutscenes in Halo 4, I thought those looked really good. Yep. But since then, I don't think I've thought like, wow, this looks incredible.
Like for video games too?
In anything.
No, probably the solar eclipse.
That did look sick. The graphics on that were
the graphics on that were good. I saw and that nature show I was talking about. They caught a glacier basically breaking in half, and when it breaks in half, the heavy bottom part will fly to the surface, creating these like crazy waves.
Cool.
All that shit was like the coolest thing I've ever seen.
That sounds rad.
And no, I haven't seen. I mean, I think that. Well, I mean, Spider-Man.
Oh, sure,
Spider-Man.
Yes. Yeah, that is the last thing that I saw that made my brain go.
Sure. Oh. Yeah. I mean, but it has to be this fairly. It's not abstract, but they're usually the things I think are impressive now are stylized or abstracted in some way.
Like this.
No, that looks like shit.
What is this? Is this from a new Transformers?
This is from the new Transformers program called Transformers Robots in Disguise. I'm trying to see when this was made.
Is that the protagonist? I hope he gets killed.
That's Wiki. This was from actually 2015 to 2017.
I don't like when they do these shows and they do low frame rate on purpose to try and make it look like a cartoon.
Right.
But because it's 3D, it just looks low frame rate.
Looks bad.
You know?
Yeah, this looks terrible.
They did the same thing on the Netflix Voltron, which was actually quite good, and I really enjoyed it. But the Voltron segments were 3D, but they did the like 24 frames per second thing, and I just don't think it works. Like I don't think it functions the way that they wanted to.
They put all the frames in the eyes for a reason, you know? Like make use of them. Now I am one of 9 people watching this live stream of Transformers Cyberverse Season 4 full special live 24/7 Transformers official.
Is there a chat?
Transformers? No, because it's on YouTube Kids.
Oh man.
Yeah, I would have loved to check in with this audience.
I just want to pop in there and go, no, watch Beast Wars. Watch Beast Wars.
Well, John, I have great news. There is a Beast Wars Transformers red dot emoji full episodes live 24/7. That's got 12 people in it.
Let's go.
Just cumulatively,
I know what I'm doing after this.
There are cumulatively 52 people watching their 3 live streams.
That's probably worth it.
It's about what I do on Twitch.
Yeah, you have the same viewership numbers as Transformers.
I'm feeling pretty good about that. Yeah. So what you're saying is that I should be able to sell my own toy line and make Michael Bay movies?
Yeah, I think so. All right. You just call Michael up right now and he'll let you in.
Yeah.
It's like when Polygon gave our game almost the same score that it gave The Last of Us.
That's true. Well, it did beat Vanilla Destiny on the front page for a week. Remember that?
I do remember that. That was great.
It could probably beat Destiny now.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Our story went somewhere.
Hey,
hey,
bing, bang, boom.
Hey, I got one more. I got a gift for y'all. One more.
Oh, please.
One more JPEG, and then we got to wrap because this is a long one.
Skedaddle.
I got this Twitter ad, and I just thought it was worded really funny. Actually, here let's. Can I take us out with this? Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
I should have done that.
Sense.
Yeah, that was better. That's a better idea.
No, that's good. That's great. Yeah. If You're Driving, Close Your Eyes is produced by Jordan Mallory, music by Jordan Mallory, and podcast art by Max Schwartz. You can support us and help make us. Jesus, what is it about this part that I can't do?
I don't know.
It's written fine. You can support us and help us make this podcast on our Patreon and ifyou'redriving.com. Actually, that'll take you to our LinkedIn, our link tree right now.
Our LinkedIn. I'll take you to our LinkedIn.
Ifyou'redriving.com. Where you can what?
Our shared LinkedIn. We should make a shared LinkedIn. But anyway, if you go to actually patreon.com/ifyou'redriving, it'll take you right to our Patreon. Ifyou'redriving.com will take you to a link tree now where you can find all of our social links. Your Patreon money has allowed us to live our dreams. Like that one time we went to eat at the Cheesecake Factory. And we have so many more goals for things we want to do, like digging holes
or renting one of those bikes with 9 seats. Just $5 a month gets you access to all of our content. That includes a video version of every single episode that comes out every single week, as well as Jordo's producer notes with the JPEGs we described in a given episode. Every month, you'll get a Patreon exclusive bonus episode and a patrons only stream. For $15 a month, you'll canonically be the actual real life Santa Claus, and we'll thank you personally on the show. And for $1,000 a month, you can make us dig holes with you anywhere you find us. You have to have a shovel, and a shovel for us. But we'll stop where we are and dig with you. Membership in our beautiful and wonderful Discord community is available for all Patreon tiers. We'd love to hang out with you in there. If you like what we do, we'd really also appreciate it if you told your friends and loved ones. Word of mouth is the best way you can help us keep doing this thing. You can also leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We don't know if we have a new review this week because I don't know how to find those, but we'll get to that next week. You can find us on Twitter and TikTok at If You're Driving, Instagram, and If You're Driving, Close Your Eyes, Blue Sky at ifyou'redriving.com, and email us at podcast@ifyou'redriving.com. Okay, you're good. You can open your eyes. Jordan, do you want to take us out?
CPR, the life-saving symphony of chest compressions and breaths, reignites the rhythm of a stilled heart.